This is Eric Bischoff. You know, controversy creates cash. You know what else? You're listening to In Your Head.
We get a couple other calls here. We got Kicks on the line.
How you doing, Kevin?
What's up, man?
I just wanted to say that you're like one of my favorite, one of my favorite wrestlers to watch and such. So, I'm kind of nervous talking to you. So, my first question, or if possible, just wanted to ask. Kurt Angle recently had an interview with The Sun, UK magazine, I think, or newspaper, and he talked about how TNA is just really too gimmicky and that they're not considered more wrestling, but I guess, there's a lot of way too many gimmick matches. I mean, would you agree with Kurt?
It's kind of one of those deals like there's this push to make it mixed martial arts. Like, I read occasionally I'll get on the internet and I'll read some of the dirt sheets, and they'll say that, the closer, I watch mixed martial arts. If it's not like the main guys, there's only after about 3.5 minutes to watch some guy mount some guy in half guard, I start to feel like I'm watching some kind of cheesy gay porno. So to me, it's like, it's the thing that makes pro wrestling so unique is we have the ability to control tempo, and we have the ability to tell storylines. I think that it's great to have clean finishes.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Oh, no. It was, some caller was on the line. It sounded like he was getting a little too excited hearing your voice. We hung up on him.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Somebody had him a wet washcloth. But I just think that when you can control, you can control the tempo and everything else. I look at Klitschko in heavyweight boxing, and I say to myself, yeah, he's a great boxer, but do I really want to watch some guy for 10 rounds throw jabs and outpoint a guy? I don't know. Kurt's more of a technical guy, and Kurt comes from that shoot background, so his mentality is going to be completely different. Where, and I think he made reference to a tar and feather thing like that was from the '60s or something like that, and there's some other things he said. I understand his point, but at the same time, it's like everybody has an idea of how to run this until they give you a piece of a blank paper and a pencil and say, give me 2 hours of a television show. And when they do that to the person and they write down, and they time it out, and it has to be timed out with commercial breaks and everything else, then that person can give me, they have an opinion. Until then, everybody can. I can watch the WWE on Monday night. I can TiVo it, watch it the next day, and pick it apart. Completely pick the show apart, as you can anything that's. But when it's live like that, number one, you've got the guy that wrote it is telling an agent what he wants in a production meeting. That agent goes and tells the guys that are doing the match what he wants. The referee then is told. So you got 7 intangibles. Each one of them can differentiate or misunderstand or mistaken what they're supposed to do. So then you've got basically what you have is you've just got the actual execution of the angle. So the execution can be wrong. And the execution's wrong. It doesn't matter the best angle on earth. So it's hard. And I know, there's nobody on this planet that works harder than Kurt, and I understand his frustration. But I don't think that, like I say, do we make mistakes as a company? Yes. Will we always make mistakes as a company? Yes. But I don't think that it's done with malice. As long as it's not done with malice, as long as guys aren't sitting in a room going, let's do this will really make this guy look like an ass. Our guys aren't doing that. They're doing the best they can. Is it perfect? No. But like Scott Hall would always say, the last perfect person on this planet they nailed to the cross. So that's about it on that.
Who's that? Kicks? Thanks for calling in, man.
Thank you, Jack.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
All right, man.
We got Joel from Portugal.
Good evening, gentlemen. How are you doing, Kevin? Okay, just two quick questions.
One question.
Let me see. Okay. Ric Flair on one show recently on the WWE 24/7 channel, he said that
We just brought
the
this up.
NWO. Yeah,
We've done that.
Okay, I'm sorry. And, so the second question
You
is,
can ask it again.
I can ask it again.
Yeah, we might get a different answer. Who knows?
Yeah.
I'll give you a different answer. Ask it again. I'm going to give you a completely different answer.
No.
He said that the NWO was the worst faction ever.
No.
Right? Is that your question?
He said it was a ripoff from an angle that happened in Japan, and I want to know your opinion about this.
Okay, and did anybody ask Rick what the angle was, or did somebody?
Yeah, I know.
Rick?
I know what that angle is, and it's somewhat different from what he thinks it is. It is inspired in the angle that happened in Japan, but it's completely different because it was two companies, not one company and one stable, as it happened in WCW. So,
right.
but,
my question is, how many people in the United States saw that?
two, I guess. The people that imported the tapes.
It's like Grudge. Grudge is a Japanese horror film. Nobody saw it. Everybody saw the United States version.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I say, have another kamikaze. Take your penis out of your pants. Do a dance around the room, and have your seventh wife.
I don't know. Firstly, he said it was the NWO was a ripoff of the Horsemen. Now he's saying, it's just a ripoff from something that happened in Japan. So, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, what are you going to do? I mean, these guys get old. They get that dementia starts to set in. They don't know what the hell they're talking about.
Oh, man.
Thanks for calling in, Joel.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Kevin.
Didn't you have another question?
All right, well, Nash likes you, so you get the
He's from Portugal, man. He gets two.
Yeah.
He gets two.
And I think Kevin was once in Portugal, then did a show. But nonetheless, I've seen some of your late matches that you've been having in TNA, and I noticed that you sometimes have you seem to have some trouble with walking with your legs. Is it something that affects you in your daily life when you get off bed? Do you really since the morning you start getting pain or is it something that you can?
I tell you, it's one of those deals where before you take that early morning dump, you really have to warm up the knees.
I see.
So that's it's kind of downhill from there. No, I mean I'm beat up at the same time though. It's just you have to realize the ramp that we have in that impact zone is like triple the incline that a ramp should be. Like the one we're in this tiny little arena and we've got two ramps, and the WWF I always call it WWF. The WWE is in this giant arena and they only have one entrance. Why do we have two entrances in such a small building? So the ramps, I mean, they should have those signs like on the inclines on the side of the roads, like in Tennessee and in West Virginia, like 40-degree incline signs on that ramp. That ramp is so, it's not a good thing. I mean, I think they should just let me come in from the side. When I come in from the side, I don't seem like I have a hard time moving around. Just when I come down that ramp, I look like I'm crippled because. Number one, I don't want to fall and bust my ass on it. And number two, it's like I said, it's like a 40-degree incline. So no, I mean I get around pretty good. My wife's thinking. I actually thinking about going on Dancing with the Stars next year.
Excellent.
But they told me I'm not old enough, and they're going to get Flair to replace Cloris Leachman.
Oh man.
Is there any particular dance moves that Nash is an expert at?
Well, I mean, I do a whole kind of, I don't know if you guys remember the Forbidden Dance. I do a little bit of the Forbidden Dance, and I actually do a kind of a blend salsa Russian mamba thing I've been working on. I do it in 7-inch heels, so it's kind of crazy.
Oh, man.
So it's like a Cossack dance with a swivel?
Kind of, but without the vodka.
Well, I'm a master of the truffle shuffle from the Goonies.
Nothing wrong with that.
Thanks for calling in, Joel.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Thank you, Jack. Well, bye.
Area
very
code.
Polite.
Yeah,
very polite.
He was very polite.